Tributes are being paid to the veteran US diplomat Henry Kissinger, who's died at the age of 100. The former president, George W. Bush, described him as one of the most dependable and distinctive voices on foreign affairs. But critics say his role in the bombing of Laos and Cambodia amounted to a war crime.
A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying South Korea's first military spy satellite has been launched from a base in California. The launch intensifies the surveillance race with North Korea.
The White House says military aid to Ukraine will end unless Congress approves a new aid package before the end of the year. It warned this would jeopardise US national interests and Ukraine's defence against Russian aggression. The approval is being blocked by some Republicans.
A Californian YouTube creator has been jailed for 6 months for staging a small plane crash for social media clicks. He posted a video titled, "I crashed my airplane," to attract viewers.
Government officials in Rome say Italy has formally withdrawn from China's $1 trillion infrastructure programme, the Belt and Road Initiative. Italy had been the first and so far only major Western country to join the ambitious project.
Have you ever heard of ghost kitchens? And we're not talking about some haunted kitchen. It's a term used when talking about online-only restaurants. There's no brick and mortar location where you can go in, order your food, have a seat, and eat. During the pandemic, these ghost kitchens were extremely popular, especially when it came to the high demand of food delivery service. There were such high hopes for ghost kitchens that they were expected to make up more than 20% of the restaurant industry by 2025.
Vladimir Putin has confirmed that he's standing for re-election as Russian president when his current term ends next year. Voting is expected to be a formality, with leading opposition figures exiled or jailed.
The government of Greece has announced that football matches will be played without spectators for 2 months, following violent clashes between rival groups of fans. The announcement follows serious clashes in Athens last week that resulted in one police officer being critically injured. And a ring worth more than $800,000, which went missing at the Ritz Hotel in Paris, has been found inside a vacuum cleaner. Police were called after the owner, a businesswoman from Malaysia, suspected employees of theft. She said she'd left it on a table in her room while she went shopping and it was gone when she returned.
Argentina's new government is devaluing the peso by more than 50% as it seeks to tackle the country's financial crisis. The economy minister, Luis Caputo, said the need to fight runaway inflation was paramount. Japan, Britain and Italy have signed a treaty to develop next-generation stealth fighter jets. The 3 G7 nations say the initiative will support wider global security in the face of heightened tensions.
The foreign ministers of Britain and Germany say there's an urgent need for a sustainable ceasefire in Gaza. In a joint article in Britain's Sunday Times newspaper, David Cameron and his German counterpart Annalena Baerbock said too many civilians have been killed in the fighting between Hamas and Israel.
The United States has condemned North Korea's latest test firing of an intercontinental ballistic missile as a violation of UN Security Council resolutions and a threat to its neighbours. It's the 5th long-range test carried out by Pyongyang this year.
North Korea says its leader Kim Jong-un was present at the launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile on Monday, which drew condemnation from the United States. Japan said the missile was capable of reaching anywhere in the US.
Malaysia has banned cargo ships with Israeli flags from docking at its ports in response to Israel's actions in Gaza, which it said violated basic humanitarian principles. All ships heading to Israel would also be banned from loading cargo at Malaysian ports.
The historical row between South Korea and Japan over Koreans being forced into wartime labour during Japanese colonial rule has reignited. Tokyo is protesting at a ruling by the Supreme Court in Seoul upholding lower court decisions ordering compensation from 2 Japanese firms.
시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다.